On this episode of Travelogue, we're going to take you right into the heart of the ethnic cultures in Taiwan. Watch the spectacle and live the lives of the ethnic minorities at the Formosan Aboriginal Culture Village. Ready your hiking boots because we're taking on Alishan and meet the Seoul tribe in Laiji village, as well as doing your best Leo and Kate impression at the Titanic Rock.
Hi, I'm Mark Edwards. Welcome to Travelogue and welcome to our Taiwan series. In this episode, we're going to be looking, amongst other things, at two of the symbols of Taiwan. That is Alishan, this incredible mountain renowned for its fantastic hiking trails, as well as its gorgeous ladies. The second symbol is where we find ourselves today, the Sun Moon Lake, the #1 romantic hotspot on the whole of the island, and the place to come to if you're doing your honeymoon. I'm not on my honeymoon, but I can understand why people would come here. We've got emerald green waters and beautiful mountains behind me.
Bordered by densely populated cities to the north and lush tropical plains to the south, central Taiwan, and landlocked Nantou County in particular, contain some of the island's most magnificent scenery. Top of the list is the Sun Moon Lake in the western foothills of the central mountain range. Located right in the heart of Taiwan, it's the largest freshwater lake on the island, and also one of its best-loved tourist destinations. This popularity becomes quite easy to understand once you see the calm waters reflecting the mesmerizing tiers of mountains that tower around it. And the lake's name? That comes from its distinctive shape. The rounded main section is said to resemble the sun, and the narrow western extremity, a crescent moon. With such spectacular views looking across the lake, you're bound to feel an irresistible urge to take to a boat, which you can do all year round. The protection provided by the mountains ensures that you'll enjoy refreshingly cool breezes in summer and moderate temperatures in winter, which should keep even the sourest puss happy.
So the island behind me is the holy island of the Tsao people, of which there are only 600 left in the whole of Taiwan. We're not allowed on there, but we can have a quick look.
So the lake area is actually the ancestral home of the Shao people. They are Taiwan's 10th and smallest officially recognized indigenous tribe. According to Shao tradition, their ancestors discovered the Sun Moon Lake after they were led here by a white deer they were hunting. So taken were the hunting party with the abundance and beauty of the area that they brought the entire tribe to settle here. Today, you'll see symbols of that white deer pretty much everywhere you go around the lake. The island is where the Shao believe the souls of their ancestors are resting. Though there are only a few hundred people of Shao descent still living near the lake, they can still make themselves heard. The annual percussive pestle music festival is renowned across Taiwan. universal music of the Shao is performed by a group of folks wielding wooden pestles of varying lengths. Out with the old and in with the new. This song is used to welcome in the new year and say goodbye to the old. There's 30 kilometers of walkway here that has been built specifically for pedestrians and cyclists. Be warned that the lake gets its fair share of rain. The flip side of this, though, is that there's almost always a morning mist or an evening fog casting eerie shadows and creating weird reflections. And above all, making your stay that much more atmospheric.
你好，你们干嘛？在喝茶。I guess I can come in. 这个你们都是自己带的。对啊。很专业，这个都是很专业的东西。一般的台湾人都做这个吗？
对，我们平常休闲的时候，我们就会到户外泡茶、聊天这样子。
是吗？叫别的人来跟我们一起喝。
都可以加入我们。
This is the real Taiwan lifestyle. You know, find a good place, have some nice tea, invite some people. I could get used to this. Pretty nice. Yes.
Right, enough quaffing tea and looking around. Right now, doing is of the essence. It's time for a bit more action.
Hey, 你好，可以租自行车吗？
可以啊，你想要租什么类型的车子？
我要最快、最好、最舒服的。
最快最好舒服，这边有一台。
对，最安静的。安全的。这一台。Wow. Okay, I've chosen the fastest, most comfortable, and right the end, the safe. I mean, I assume the most expensive one will be the safest one, and safety is the most important thing. So, 这个租的是多少钱？
它是1000块。
1000块。
台币。
Okay, so it's about $20, $20 US dollars. It's so peaceful. I can hear the birds singing. I'm right down by the Sun Moon Lake, and you can hear the sound of the waves crashing on the side. Now, they have these special lanes right here that I'm using, so you can go as fast or as slow, making sure you don't fall over as you want.
Turns out that the Shao people weren't the only ones who uprooted themselves and moved here after being struck by the beauty of the Sun Moon Lake. The owners of this homely bed and breakfast arrived 12 years ago and completely fell in love with the area. The mysterious lady of the house not only cooks all the food, she also paints all the pictures you see around the place. The real question is she the hottie in these paintings? Well, that's something you'll have to find out for yourselves when you come here.
A bit tired after a long day, so we've had our stroll around the Sun Moon Lake this morning, then we took the boat across the lake, then rented the bike and biked around the lake. I'm pretty tired, I've had my dinner, now I'm going to go and see the rooms, see what the rooms here are like. Oh, bit of light. You see? Okay. Nice. What do we got? Flat screen TV. 2 nice big double beds in case you're bringing, I guess, more than one person, which would be a bit weird. And pièce de résistance. The number one thing. Look at this. A view over the Sun Moon Lake. Now, I might just relax here tonight. It's a little bit, no, it's not chilly, but I might relax here with a cup of tea. If not, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be looking over the mist. Incredible. Have a look. So, going on a bit of an adventure. It's pitch black outside, and I've been told that this is the best time to see something, but I don't really know what it is. People were trying to make it a big surprise, so just going to hold on and get out of the car quite soon, and hopefully you'll be surprised too.
2-kilometre stretch of road on the way to Gigi Town is known as the Green Corridor. There's no prizes for guessing why. It's more than just beauty for the eyes here, though. So wind down your window and smell those trees.
So I'm heading to the Formosan Aboriginal Culture Village, a theme park and a village that helps promote understanding of Aboriginal cultures in Taiwan. Very excited to see what it's like.
It was founded in 1986 with the mission of preserving the traditions and history of Taiwan's indigenous people. Here, you can witness at first hand the everyday lives of the different tribes that make up this fascinating and vital part of Taiwan's society. You'll find intricate waxworks intermingled with painstakingly built houses, recreating the environment in which the island's indigenous culture has flourished. Groups and individuals from each of Taiwan's Aboriginal tribes hold regular gatherings here. They give demonstrations of their unique skills using traditional tools to make exquisite handicrafts and household items. When the first wave of settlers from the mainland arrived in Taiwan some 4 centuries ago, they found indigenous tribes widely distributed across the island. Archaeological finds indicate that Aboriginal tribes have inhabited Taiwan for at least 15,000 years. These days, they account for about 2% of Taiwan's total population. That's around 470,000 people. The majority of them have been assimilated into the mainstream modern lifestyle, so that they're virtually indistinguishable from their Han counterparts. One key difference, though, that remains is religion. Thanks to an aggressive missionary effort, which started all the way back in the 15th century, the majority of Taiwan's indigenous population is now Christian.
So we're on our way to Alishan from the Formosan Aboriginal Cultural Village. It takes about 2 hours. Now, I went to sleep, and when we left the village, it was green mountains everywhere. Woke up, and there is mist absolutely everywhere. Really, really thick, dense mist. And you can barely see 5 meters in front, so it will probably take us a bit longer. But it does give the mountain a very, very mystical feel.
Making our way through the darkness, we arrive at Alishan very late at night and pray for some good weather tomorrow. Surely the weather gods will be on our side.
So I woke up at an hour I didn't even knew existed. 4 a.m. my alarm went off, hiked up to the top of Alishan to one of the most scenic spots to watch the sunrise, which I'm told is magnificent. As you can see, it's raining far too heavily. I'm not going to get to see the sunrise, but you can't hope for everything on every trip. Being British, we don't let the weather get us down, or the rain get us down. So I hope you have more luck than I do. Silver lining is, I'm going back to bed.
Alishan is a world-renowned mountain, famed for its sunrise. Bad news is, you're not guaranteed to see the sun in all its splendour. The odds are reckoned to be 1 in 7. But that doesn't deter the crowds getting up at the crack of dawn to give it a go. But you don't need to go all the way to Japan to see the famous cherry blossom. There's plenty of it here in Alishan. And the grand old lady of Alishan hotels, the Alishan House, is literally surrounded by it. The Alishan House is an elegant hotel with beautiful decor, most of it made from the cedar wood that's found on the mountain. It's as much the principal hotel of Alishan now as it was 100 years ago. And what better person to tell me more than the owner?
所以我们这个房间呢，所有的这个建物就是阿里山的这个块木，这个非常稀有，世界上非常稀有的一个块木的建筑物。那所有的这些，不管那个灯罩啦，或者我们坐的这个椅子，都常常去摆。那这整个这一个建这个时候是当时的时候，在这个地方是非常的 support 就非常的不是很经济，是非常前卫的。所以这个以前在这个地方是当成他的这个舞厅啊、酒吧啊这样的。
Right, well that clears up my interior design questions. Things are basically just how they used to be.
Six of these trains a day, and they take you all the way around Alishan.
There's actually no single mountain called Alishan or Ali Mountain. The name refers to all the mountains in this area. And the best way to view them is via the spectacular Alishan Forest Railway, the jewel of Taiwan's narrow-gauge rail network. Built in 1912 to carry cypress and Taiwan wood out of the mountains, it's the island's only alpine rail link. The area is laced with well-marked hiking trails, from short nature walks to longer paths connecting quaint mountain communities with historic outposts. Do bear in mind that given the area's 2,200-metre altitude, it can get pretty cold here, even at the height of summer.
It's an Alishan sacred tree, over 45 metres high and 2,300 years old. Try and get a tree house up there, eh?
One of Alishan's main draws is the magnificent trees. The region is blanketed with thick forests of red cypress, cedar and pine, some of them thousands of years old. And when these ancient giants are finally laid to rest, the locals believe in, well, letting sleeping logs lie. And that's why you'll find massive petrified logs forming some of Alishan's most exotic sights. In the shadow of Alishan, you'll find the Tso tribe. The Tso are actually divided into two groups, and the northern branch is centred here in Alishan. In all, there are around 7,500 people claiming Tso ancestry, with mountain farming being the basis of their livelihood. Here in Laiji village, you'll find about 400 people who maintain elements of their traditional culture in their everyday lives. I met two of their Pyusi. Apologies for the absolutely rubbish pronunciation, but Pyusi means hereditary chief in the local dialect. They kindly took me up the mountain in their van. What a bit surreal, really.
So, had a bit of a hairy ride, very bumpy. Honestly, it was about 40 degrees like this, and we just spent the last half an hour or so, and I'm going to go and see something I'm not sure yet. Woman, Tuna.
The younger chief gives me the rundown on his village and the Tso, who he says are Alishan's main tribe. With the village being slightly off the domestic tourist trail, he explains that the traditional rhythms of Tso life remain, for the most part, undisturbed. He's appreciative of this, but is working to find a happy medium. The young tribal leader is quite an inspirational character. Although he graduated from one of the island's top universities and had a well-paid full-time job, he decided to give it all up and take up his mantle as leader of his village. He's also set up a company promoting indigenous culture.
Right, I think this is it's definitely going to be worth it. I'm sweating heat, and the tribe leader here, he seems actually a lot fitter than I am.
Finally, we make it to the Titanic Rock. There are no Leo and Kate, I'm king of the world moments from the film, but there are some absolutely mind-blowing views from up here. Bit of a hike involved in getting there, but the scenery, allied with the surreal feeling of being at the prow of the doomed liner, will make it all worthwhile.
King of the world, top of the world. So this is the top of the Titanic rock. You really do feel like you're on the edge. And when the weather's very nice, you can have flying eagles flying around here. I can't imagine anything better than that. This is incredible. 这个地方超好。你好。嗨，嗨，啊，baby 有什么意思？
欢迎你的意思。
啊，
欢迎到
你们的话是说这个。
欢迎你的意思。
啊，baby means sort of welcome。
欢迎 Mark。这是我姑姑的那个画画，她这里所有的东西都在。
啊。
哎，姑姑在那边。哎，姑姑在吗？
你好，欢迎。哎，你好，这个姑，你。都是你画的，全部是。
对，我都是我画的。
Wow, she painted everything here herself. 很多女的。
对啊，都是我画的，都是女的。因为我小的时候，我都看到我们这里的妇女都没有穿衣服，印象中没有穿衣服，男女都在溪底洗澡，然后就这样子，中午的时候都看到一大堆屁股在石头上面。
It's homemade. It's quirky, and you might just be able to recognize someone when you come here, as all the portraits are of her fellow villagers.
这个你这么画，这么走？
我这样子画，这样子啊，然后就这样子，然后就这样子。
都是
这样子，用手画。
都用手是吗？
对啊，不然就这个用刮过来就这样子画啊，那这个这样子，那就万一说那我指甲的万这样子，这样子，那就这样子，那就这样子，那就是这样子，那这样子，那这。
阿里山的姑娘都很有名，是吗？因为这时候是都很漂亮，很美，是吗？
就这样子而已了。
那我们就是我们的长相的话，就是都是鼻子挺，眼睛大，哈，没有太白，没有太帅。
Okay, this is good because when I was little, my mum used to sing this very famous song about Alishan, and it talks about Alishan girls and how beautiful they are. So Alishan girls are really famous for being beautiful. 你认识那个歌吗？
哦，你知道。
能唱吗？唱。
这首歌蛮好听的。
要不要高一点？
阿里山的姑娘美如水呀，阿里山的少年壮如沙。像我们这个地方的话呢，是我们的台湾黑熊。
OK。
黑熊哦，啊都是非常特别，就男生啊才可以佩戴这个台湾黑熊。那另外就是说，我们的所有的男人啊，如果说他也手背上佩戴这个东西的话，是代表一种勇士的象征。那另外就是说，像我这个贝壳呢，就是说哈，因为在过去的话，我们其实我们在山上的原住民其实都是生活在平原、海边这个地方。那但是我们的祖先跟我们讲说，我们都要佩戴贝壳，就是纪念过去的一些生活的地方。
What can I say? What an activity-packed episode. We just finished our hike up to the Titanic rock. Really impressive sights up there. I recommend it. What else did we... Oh, we hiked also around Ali Shan Mountain with those ridiculously large trees. Incredible. And the bike ride around the Sun Moon Lake, taking in a bit of that romance. And finally, immersing ourselves in the Aboriginal culture. I'm out of words, but as they say, all good things must come to an end. And unfortunately, that's all the time we've got left for today. Hope you've enjoyed the last half an hour. Make sure you tune in. We've still got so much to do and see around Taiwan. I'm Mark Edwards, and I'll catch you very soon on another episode of Travelogue. Cheers.